friends. Say hey when you're hopping on. I am a little nervous. So they drive here, you know, like regular. It's the same side of the road, everything. But the signs are in Spanish. And obviously, if you've been following me through this journey, I don't really speak Spanish. So I've been learning, like, I mean, they have certain parts in English, but I haven't driven yet. It was just a little intimidating. And so I was like, I'll just go everywhere with you, Adam. The rest of our lives, you just drive us. And I rode with my friend Jenny, and we took the GPS, we got out and about, and it was fine. And so I just was nervous. Any other nervous drivers? I used to be like this. I would never drive on the interstate for like the longest time when I was younger. And then, you know, you get over it, you do it, and you're like, oh, this is just like driving. And so anyways, I'm getting put on the car insurance today because my husband will not want to make as many trips to Home Goods or Costco as I plan to make, or to the nursery for plants, or anything. And so if I want any sort of mobility in my life, then I've got to drive. So that's what I'm doing. I'm getting put on we have a rental van right now. We're here for the summer, but it could be a more permanent thing. And so anywho, I'm like, I thought I'd be fine not driving, but all right. Have you guys ever like frothed your whatever you're drinking? So this is turmeric, and it just has like magnesium, turmeric, ashwagandha. It's really good to calm yourself. So I figured, what is more fitting than going to drive in a new place than a little bit of calming goodness. It also has like turkey tail mushroom and curcumin, things that help with like pain. I slept weird on our bed last night, and when I woke up, I could barely like move my tailbone. And so anyways, I'm choosing to do this right now, and I'll do Trimfit later. But good morning. All right, we're gonna do Ophir makeup today, and a little bit of glow screen because the sun is powerful. So glow screen. I linked everything. If you drop for me below, I can send you links. So I can send you Ophir, I can send you like glow screen, turmeric. It's from the same brand you get Trimfit. And I can send you links for everything. All right, so I will just go ahead and put this on. It's just, I use the shade Golden Hour. It's just a glow screen. So it also has a black pepper in it, which increases your absorption of turmeric by 2,000 times. So I love that it's kind of got, I was taking like an ashwagandha, a magnesium, and several other things. And this kind of has all of that in one. And it's just like really nice. I did get this coffee mug when we were at the Home Goods. I have one coffee mug in this house, that's it. And it's this one, and she's cute. So I just rubbed my sunscreen in just like that, just with a makeup brush. How's everybody's day? We went to Old San Juan yesterday, and it was by far one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. I feel like I need to owe like Puerto Rico an apology for like my whole life never knowing how wonderful it is down here, and how beautiful, and how like truly beautiful, and how sweet the people are. Like even we've had more people, like example, Adam was holding a couple things at the grocery store the other night, and a lady was like, no, come here. And there was a little language barrier, right? But she was like, here, you go. And put her stuff back in her cart to let him go since he was carrying things. Like when I tell you, the people here will change. Like, I guess I just didn't realize, because back home, I don't even think we're really mean back home, but we're just, I guess people just aren't overly nice. I've let people in front of me in line before, you know, but normally, I don't know, maybe once or twice it's happened to me. Like my grandma always was like, if somebody only has one or two things, I always let them go. And so, but it's not really, but here it is like everyone smiles at you. Everyone I don't know, it's just, but Old San Juan, if it is not on your bucket list, it should be. It's only 30 minutes from where we live, which back home to go to like the nearest town where there's restaurants and stuff, and it's like kind of a bigger town, is about 30 minutes. And I was like, we could go here all the time. So many different restaurants, so many different things to explore, and it was just beautiful. And I told Adam, I was like, I would like once a week that I come down here and I go to a couple shops, looking around, and then there's like these beautiful outdoor coffee shops. And I was like, I think I'm gonna like start getting a few books and maybe go and read at an outdoor coffee shop for like an hour while he has the kids. And he was like, I think I wanna do that too. People there are overbearingly nice. We're not used to it, and it's genuine. Yes, Tammy, that's how it's been here. I mean, I'm not just talking about just in like every now. It is ridiculous. Veda dropped a mason jar at the restaurant we were at, and it busted glass everywhere. And they did put her apple juice in a glass jar, but she dropped it, and it was like on a big brick patio, and so we were helping pick up all the glass, and the guy was like, it's no worries, like this happens sometimes, like it's okay, we'll get you another one. Like just so nice. And nice about like everything, like just the people. And we don't necessarily speak the best Spanish, and they're just like, if they don't speak great English, they're like, we'll do this together, you know? And you're like translating, but they're just, I don't know if it's just like the sun exposure and just like the quality of life here or what, but I've never met just more sweet people than how it's been here. It's been great. Anyways, add Old San Juan to your bucket list. No one had ever told me to go there, and it's breathtaking. Like you just look around in amazement. The buildings are hundreds and hundreds of years old. There's cobblestones everywhere. It's beautiful. Okay, I put on Ophir's Dewy Primer on top of my sunscreen, and that's gonna help your makeup last all day in a really hot and sticky environment. So got this sundress. It's a little more modest than yesterday's sundress. I ended up backing out on wearing the sundress to Old San Juan. I just felt like I'll wear it around our pool or something, like when it's just us here. I just felt like it was too low cut. Okay, a little bit of cardamom. So I have two different shades. Cardamom is my tan shade, and coriander is my not tan shade. So today I'm doing cardamom, and I think it's gonna be a perfect match. In the mug is just like a turmeric. It kind of tastes like a chai latte. So if you like chai tea, but it has magnesium and just a lot of good stuff to help calm you. You can also take it before bed. My kids like it over ice. If anybody's kind of feeling edgy, I haven't driven here yet, and so I am not necessarily edgy, but I'm a little nervous. I'm gonna drive with Adam. I mean, I've been driving now for what? I'm 35, so it's something new. And so, like, the roads are paved here. They have lines, like, you know, it's just, I'm not super familiar with where I am. And so I'm gonna do it's like I'm 16 again. I'm gonna do some practice runs with my husband. I'm having him add me to the car insurance, and I'm like, I'm a grown up. I've birthed 4 children. I will, I'll be fine. All right. What else do we have? What plans for the day? So I got a cute pair of shorts. I'll show them to you. These shorts, I have them in the bigger size. I got them when we were in Hawaii. And you know how denim sometimes just kind of stretches out? Well, because these are super elastic, I feel like these are my favorite shorts. But I feel like they're kind of falling off, so I ordered the smaller size. That's when you know you really love it. And they sent them to me. So with the security thing still on. So I am going to get put on the car, so that I can go in person with my receipt possibly, or email them and be like, hey, what do I need to do? Because I don't want to make it explode. I do know there's a TikTok video that shows you how to do that, but I'm like, but if they say like try it, I might go for it. But I'm gonna do that. We still are missing some things here. Big kids are going to camp today. They're back home, and they're like going to camp and then spending, Christian's like spending time with grandma and seeing his friends. And so the big kids still aren't here, it's just the baby. And we need to get a few things. We put together the big kids' beds. The girls were on a big blow-up mattress, and so we now have 2 twin beds for them, and they're all set up. And we need things like laundry baskets and baskets for toys and just a few things that you don't realize, this would be helpful. Spatula. Anybody need a spatula? Adam's mom is not still here. She actually flew back up to Tennessee with the kids earlier on Tuesday. Did I get unpacked? Joni, I'm gonna let you guess. Do you think I've gotten unpacked yet? I did unpack the suitcase that was down in our big room that was just kind of like in the way. I've done that. But this one right here. Also, Adam, I love this, like, he goes, I really think today everybody should unpack, you know? And I was like, well, I've already unpacked the baby, and you've already unpacked yourself. So when you say everybody should unpack, you mean you think I should unpack? Because I'm the only one who hasn't unpacked completely. So he's like, well, I mean, no, we can all unpack. And I'm like, you're unpacked. You unpacked the first day you got here. And I'm just living out of a suitcase, and I've been trying on sundresses and stuff. And so I need to bring the hangers upstairs. This is part of it. If you have ADD, you know what I'm talking about. I've gone downstairs to grab the box of hangers. I've gone to Costco, I've bought the hangers, right? I've gone down there 5 times? I don't know how many times, at least that, to get the hangers. And then I've gotten distracted along the way. And so I've never brought the hangers up. So then when I'm like, I need to unpack, guess what? I don't have hangers. So they're downstairs, but I'm gonna get there. I unpacked all the stuff out of that other suitcase. I videoed it. I'm gonna make a reel about why do we procrastinate doing things that don't take us long. From start to finish, organized and everything, it took me 6 minutes. And I was like, why? Why do I put off something that takes me 6 minutes to do? Why am I the way I am? I don't know, but I'm gonna do it. I really have been doing a lot of other things, and things that are like, you know, groceries don't put themselves away. They don't just magically arrive. Somebody ordered them, like the sheet and pillow fairy. They didn't just show up. So I have been busy, and then yesterday we went out for a fun day. I'm like, oh well, it'll be here. That's the thing I know about it. It'll still be here waiting on me. Don't worry. Okay, so we're here for like some work opportunities, and we're here for at least the summer, but potentially, possibly longer. I don't know yet, but as soon as I do know. Okay, I'm gonna put that bronzer on a big fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna go in. Oops, I must have accidentally had my thumb up. You can have links for the necklace. This little cutie used to be white. It's from Lavender Blue. I absolutely love it. And the other day I spray tanned, and then I put all my jewelry on, and I was gonna kind of bake in my tan all day, and I tanned my necklace. So now I kind of have like a little ombre going on, but I do have links. If you say me below, I can send you links. All right. A little bit of Ophir bronzer. I use the shade Deep Teak. Y'all, I pressed my, I accidentally went to open this, and I pushed it down, and I pushed it into my blush. So I need to get some nail glue or something. And then pro tip, when you're pushing things down, push the outside, don't push your inset. Anyways, we're gonna do a little blush. A little goes the longest way with Ophir's products. That goes for everything. Primer, foundation, bronzer, blush. Like, you can always add more, but it is hard if you add too much to not like be able to buff it out. So just start small. A little pink. Oh, I'm gonna have to seriously fix this, or that's a problem. A little drop of nail glue, that'll fix that right up. Right. This has my foundation left over on it, and if you ever feel like you got too much, then you just take your foundation brush and tap off the edges. For lash serum, I use the Grande Lash Serum, actually right here in my bag, and it's in my Amazon storefront. They also have a really small one, and you can use that, and it's like a trial, so you can see how you like it, but you should be able to tell a result in like, oh, I don't know, 4 to 6 weeks. All right, so a little bit of setting powder under my eyes. If you aren't using a setting powder and you're somewhere it's hot and sticky, do I have help down here? No. I mean, I have Adam, but that's also, we are gonna get a housekeeper that comes once a month, and we looked into having somebody like who could come once a month, but we don't have like a vacuum or the things that they would need right now, but we do plan to have a helper. So I think it just makes a big difference if you're able to. I am not like obviously I'm very distracted, and just having someone come once a month to clean is just like so helpful to me. Oh, it's 4 p.m. in the UK? That's exciting. So far our stay is going like amazing. It has been really fun. The only thing I would like to do, more exploring, more, it's hard when you have to do like adulting type things, you know? And so we haven't gotten to go. I know that there's like really cool rainforests and like natural water slides, and you know, the big kids kind of were only here about a week before they had to go back. And so I'm just excited when we feel settled, and then like can start doing some fun stuff. Okay, so going in, let me see, what am I gonna go in with? Not this color. This is their opal shades, and it looks really pretty when I wear purples. I love, traveling with your stuff is so hard. Anyways, R.I.P. Give me a second. I'm gonna get my figure out which one I want. Okay. So since it is about 2 inches from the equator here, it's so hot. I'm definitely in my sundress era. I get a little airflow going. So this is just probably how I'm gonna live. Okay. Going in with, this is the Dune palette, and it is the matte palette. And I love the way the colors of this look. Very simple. I feel like anytime you're in more of a beachy city, unless I'm going out to dinner or something at night, I've kind of been just doing more natural looks. My sister is coming down. Today is her birthday. If you follow her, go say happy birthday. She's actually taking the girls to camp today. And so she has my kids. I Uber Eats them. This is my first time not, well, I guess when my sister used to live in Florida, I wasn't there on her birthdays. So it's when I normally see my sister on her birthdays. And so I Uber Eats them some breakfast and some cookies this morning. But I think they stayed up late last night because when I called Lexi to let her know that they were delivered, she was like, what? Why so early? I was like, it's 9:30, child. She's like, oh. So funny. But she sent me a video at like 3 in the morning of them all singing happy birthday, and they had made a cake, and they're just living their best lives. I have the dress link in the description of this video, but I also have it, if you drop the word me below, I can send it to you. It is an Amazon dress, super affordable and very, very, very stretchy. So if you're looking for like just a cute dress that doesn't break the bank, I need to steam it, but other than that, it is really cute. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with this little, like, tiny bit. It's almost like a brown chocolate purpley color. I'm just going right in the outer corner. This is just gonna give a little extra depth. Okay. So very simply, you can do a super quick and easy eyeshadow tutorial or eyeshadow look. You could do a tutorial if you want. This is not hard. All right. Also, that color looks really good right under your lip to give you the illusion that your lips are a little poutier. I'll show you the difference between each of their palettes. If you use the Ophir palettes, use the code SECRET. It will save you 20% off of your order. So this is the Dune palette, and it is just a matte palette. And then this is the Perennial palette, and it's a very similar colors palette, except it is metallics, and it has like the more cool tones and warm tones. So I love these because truly you could just like have one or two of these and you have everything you need for your face. It's really nice. All right, I'm gonna do some little lip look. I've got to get a little cup for liners. Right now I'm just in the bedroom on a lawn chair, but eventually I plan to get like a little desk to do my makeup, and then get little cubbies for my stuff. And anywho, I don't have it yet, so we're making it work. All right, I'm gonna chug this really quickly before I put lip stuff on. I love the Perennial palette. It is hurricane season. I think technically hurricane season started June 1st and it'll go on, but there's no like active hurricanes right now. So we live in Tennessee and it is like Tornado Alley. So there are more natural disaster deaths where we live than there are here. If that makes you feel any better for anybody worried about it. And with a tornado, what's terrifying is like all of a sudden you're getting tornadoes, you know? And here you have time, like if we needed to fly to the mainland, or if we need it, like we will watch. I am a crazy paranoid mother, so we will watch it, and if for some reason a bad storm is coming, we will leave the island, and there we go, that'll be it. But overall, it's rained once since I've been here, so and we've even vacationed down there, you know, like down here in the Virgin Islands nearby. You know, I mean, I do know, like my parents lived in Florida. I do know that they, like the risks or whatever of living at the beach. Also, our house is full concrete. So I think that helps too, of like just your regular storms. So unless it's, you know, but if there's something big, I'll get I'll get somewhere safe, I promise. Okay. Does anyone else have I hate to hear people chew or swallow. Does anyone else have this? There's like an actual condition to it. I feel so overstimulated, so I'm trying to swallow where you can't hear it in case that bothers anybody else. So when do I start working for you? So I've actually met with them several days since I've been here. So they're moving their headquarters here. Several of the owners have moved down here as well. And it's really fun. Get to help with like product testing, training, development, and like marketing strategy stuff. And it's been fun. Your daughter has it. Oh my gosh, Nate. It is so bad. When I was pregnant, I felt like it was next level bad. I'm not pregnant right now. But I have to like play music or something. It's just the worst. And so currently, I'm just slightly annoyed if I hear it. Not really. It like actually makes my skin crawl. I cannot, and my kids will even sometimes be so mean to me, and they'll be like, and I'm like, y'all, if you knew how cringy this was for me, you would not do it. But like gulping or chewing, oh. And then some people, it doesn't bother them at all. I'm looking for mascara. Well, I keep finding, it might be in my bathroom. I might have to go look. Sorry, friends, give me one moment. Un momente. I downloaded a new app. It's a Spanish app. It's called Babbel. It's AI. This is not sponsored. Adam found it as fastest ways to learn another language. And so it's called Babbel, and you're supposed to be like proficient in another language if you do 15 minutes a day, every day. You're supposed to be proficient within 6 to 12 months, which I thought was awesome. Okay, hang on. Hang on. I don't know what it is. Really is not good because it's the only one I have. Okay, I'm just gonna have to dig deeper because it's not there. Oh, here it is. I know what happened. This is not me at all. This is Veda. There's a whole collection of products on my bedside, and they're all from Veda. Okay, so also for those of you asking how you get your lashes to grow longer, use a lash serum that has like castor oil or has lengthening properties in it. There's your lashes will get long. So, okay, here we go. Ophir also just came out with a new brow liner. If you haven't tried it, it is waterproof. So if you don't want your brows disappearing, who wants that? Not me. I can hear Veda knocking over blocks. So Veda had an accident last night and she fell. We have a glass table here and she tripped and she hit right at her eye and cut it right here. Thank the Lord it did not cut it like her eyeball, but her poor little eye is just so bruised and swollen today, and like a big goose egg right under her eye. But it scared me to death. Okay, so this is the shade Chocolate. I'm gonna have so much fun learning another language. You guys are gonna know so much Spanish by the time I learn Spanish, because I don't think I can help it. I don't think I can help it, but tell you what I've learned. right, so if you've never shopped Ophir, their makeup actually has skincare in it. It also fits European standards, and a little goes a long way. I had been wanting them to do a brow liner for so long, and it comes in several different shades, so just pick the one that you think is closest to your natural shade. See the difference? You just add some brows. You have a stronger reaction to those types of noises. Also, I'll find that things really overstimulate me that I didn't realize. Like my ice maker back home, when it shuts off, I physically am like, oh, that was stressing me out. Or like the washing machine, like just kind of a little bit of a sensory overload sometimes. Making it work in this loud world. All right, going in with mascara. If you need links, drop the word me. It is supposed to rain here today. It rained one other day when we were out and about. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, it was like, gosh, if you had a convertible, you'd be in trouble, because it went from the sunshiniest to the rainiest so quickly. But we were at Home Depot, and I was sitting in the parking lot, and Adam was inside getting some keys for the housemaid, and we like just need extra sets. And it was just like do, and then all of a sudden it was like and the sky just was rain. And so that's the only thing too, is I'm like, okay, check the weather, because you don't want to be out walking about and all of a sudden it's rainy. How's the cost of living? Very similar to back home. A few things are cheaper, like avocados. I think things that they just grow here. The meat here is delicious. So I'm like, what kind of meat are we serving back home? Because like we've had steaks. Adam grilled out steaks the other night, and chicken. And I don't know, like if your chicken where you live has been really rubbery lately. Ours has been back home, and here the food, it just like tastes really good. So, but the cost, I mean, I would say it's very similar to where we live. A few things you can't get like as easy as back home, but not much. I mean, for the most part, it's like very, very similar. Oh, got it. Just like a ninja. My bag, I don't know what happened, but my tripod was falling. There we go. Whoops. I used Ophir's bronzer in the deepest shade. I think it's called Deep, or Teak. Deep. Do I miss Tennessee? I mean, I miss our friends and everything. My kids are back there right this minute. I'll get to go back and forth some. But no, I really am just loving like something. We haven't been here too long. We haven't been down here long enough to miss it. I was really sad at first, just for things of like, I don't know, like of our garden, or like the house back home, you know, kind of thing. But like, how will my kids transition, you know, or will we be here for long, or will it only be a couple months? Like, I think the unknown is a little like, you know, that part is something to when you're a mom. But so far, I mean, I had to put in my head too of like, okay, these things might be scary, or this might be hard, or this might be this. And so far it's just been really awesome. And so I think as someone who can tend to look at things and be like, I don't know if I can do it because I'm scared to do something. And you get there. I cried on San Juan yesterday because we were driving around and like I haven't gone anywhere by myself. Like I do get like scared of certain things. Like I think I have some PTSD from like my best friend was murdered a few years ago, and well, now it's been a while. Christian was a baby, and like in a home invasion, and I just have like and then growing up, one of my best friends, her two younger siblings, I had been at their house the day before and they were killed. Like I just have some traumas, and in return I think I am always trying to like protect, but I try not to live in fear. Like I quote scripture all the time. I really personally have been working on this like my whole life. And then I also don't want my kids or myself to not experience things because do I have an irrational fear? Now I do think that there are things, be sure and be safe, but you will not meet a more overprotecting parent than I am, because I am like always like, haha, don't do that. You like I want to give them space, and then you have to be like, your kids learn by giving them like safe environments to explore and all these things. So we go to Old San Juan yesterday, and I had been scared, like, because I was like, I don't know, is it going to be scary, right? The unknown is scary. And so I had even told Adam, like, I know we said we were going to go, but I don't know if I can do it. Like, I'm nervous. Like, what if it's really scary? Like, we have the baby with us, like all these things. And he was like, we're going to go. Like, if it's scary, we'll just leave. We won't even park. We'll just leave. And we got there, and I like started crying because it wasn't scary. And like, sometimes the things we make up in our head are way scarier than what real life was. And we ended up having the best day. It was so beautiful. I like can't wait to go with my sister. I can't wait to go with my kids. Like, and I think sometimes the things we have in our heads end up being way scarier than what real life is. And like, fear limits you from doing things that could be amazing. And most of the time, everything you're scared of is like a false reality for the most part. I think you do have to be like aware of your surroundings. I think you do have to be like, make good choices. But sometimes it's irrational fears, right? Or just the fear of the unknown, you come up with all these things. And so to get there and walk around, and the people are so nice, and it's so beautiful, and like, people were like offering to take our picture and letting us sit at their, like we had the baby with us. This couple got up out of the shade and they were like, here, you sit here, you have a baby. I'm like, what? And so I was like, no, you're fine. Like, we'll be here. It was scorching hot, like at this coffee shop, but they're like, no, we're about to leave anyways. You take this table, you have a baby. Like, and to think that like, maybe I would miss out on that if I was just nervous, right? Like, the battle is so much in our mind. And so I'm really just trusting, like, okay, God, like, that you will protect me and you'll lead me and you'll guide me. And I really want to just experience it. So anyways, that's my, and so when I first found out about this, I flipped out for about a week. If you followed me, you probably noticed, like, gosh, she looks like she's falling apart. Like, I could not quit crying. The unknown of being like, are we really doing this? Are we not? Like, what's going on? Like, whew. And then once we decided, like, okay, yeah, we're doing this, and things started like lining up, I think you kind of are like, okay, this is what's going on, and then you just embrace it. And that's what I'm doing. And so far, 10 out of 10 recommend. It's been so good. Okay, I'm just looking for like a lip liner. Now talk to me later after I drive. So if you've ever had traumatic things, like, you don't get to pick when certain things trigger you, I guess, or certain things make you scared, or you don't pick those things. It's just all of a sudden you're like, oh, I feel so scared. And so, but as you know, I've gone to therapy, and tried, you know, that I'm like, okay, I get that this is something that might be hard for me. And so finding things that are like, if 100 other people in this room were here, would they also be scared right now? And if the answer is like, no, they're probably not worried about the same thing, then that's how I was in therapy years and years ago. And she said, you know, like at the time, pumping gas was my like thing. I was like, I literally can't do it. Like I cannot go to the gas station. I'm terrified something bad's gonna happen to me. Or scared that like someone will take my car and my kids are in it. Or this is when my kids were little. And there was like, I was so scared. And she said, you know, that's irrational fears. And I was like, this is not irrational. Like this is a completely rational fear. And she was like, but it isn't. And I was like, how do you know the difference? And she said, if you had a room of 100 people, would they all be worried that they were going to get shot at the gas station today or abducted? And I was like, probably not. She's like, so that is how you can kind of be like, is everyone else scared of this too? And then when you realize it's not rational, then you can give yourself things like, am I in a well-lit area? Yes. Is there like, a tip she had given me was like to talk on the phone to someone. Like, does that make you feel better or worse? And I was like, that makes me feel better. So I will like normally have my parents or a friend on speaker. I don't do that anymore, but at the time, those were like little things that helped me. And now for the most part, I mean, I feel like I function very, very normal. Like, with the occasional something new can be like, this is scary. I feel like I don't know if I can do this. But especially having people in your life that love you and like can help you be like, hey, if you end up doing it and you're scared, you don't have to do it. Like kind of if you wanted to jump off a rock or a cliff or something, you know, like knowing that, hey, if you get up to the top and you decide you change your mind, there's nothing wrong with that. You're allowed to change your mind and to not feel like embarrassed or ashamed of yourself because you did that. You know, so it takes me a little bit to warm up, but today I'm warming up. I'm gonna go get my car and because I'm like, I won't be able to experience some of the things I want to if I don't push myself a little. Okay, this is the shade Pink Smoothie. And the more you'll find, if people don't really, I guess, talk, I don't know, maybe people do, but the more you realize we all have little things that make us nervous. We all have little things that, and some are bigger than others, you know, some are scarier, like everybody has their thing, right? And it's nothing to be ashamed of. And then you just kind of find, how is the best way that I function fully and I enjoy this? And I've also found, let's use the example of cliff jumping. So I have a friend who is very adventurous and she loves it. And we went to Mexico once and I catfished Adam into thinking I was so adventurous. And so I sent him videos of me jumping off this cliff. It took me 2 hours to finally jump, and that's the video he got. And so I just met him like 2 days before. And then they were like, do you want to go again? And I was like, no, that was the worst experience. I hated it. My friend loved it. She jumped over and over and over again. And I hated it. And it is also okay if you do something and you don't like it, that you can be proud of yourself. Like, I was really proud I did it. And I also was able to verbalize, I don't think I want to do that again. And I won't do it again. So, you know, hi, how's it going? Hey. Do you remember that time? I could hear his feet. Do you remember that time I went to Mexico with Jessica and I sent you all those videos? Yeah. How cool did you think? So edgy. How cool did you think I was?
You thought that I would think you were cool.
I did.
Based on that.
Yeah.
Like the fact that you would go ziplining or something.
Did. Ziplined right into that water.
Yeah.
jumped right
I
off
mean, I
that.
was like, hey, this is just, yeah.
She's wild.
Well, not wild, but she's
It was
willing.
like, you know, the people on Match.com that hold up like a giant fish and they're like, this girl's gonna think I'm such a man holding up a fish. Like that was me with my, I was like, he's gonna think I'm so fun. But I tried. I hated it, but I tried. And now I've learned like to listen to, if I just don't think I'm gonna like it, I don't know. Like, we're grown-ups, right?
Swimming with gators.
I went to New York. Yeah, exactly. That was scary. So, see, exactly. I was terrified because I had watched movies about New York, and I was scared when he took me for my birthday to New York. But I was like, okay. And he wanted to go really bad, and I was like, okay, I think I'll like it, but I'm gonna try it. And I'm not kidding. On our trip there, I was like, I don't know if I can do it. I'm so scared. And after we got there, I cannot wait to go to New York again. It was so fun. I had like, I don't know. I had this whole vision of how terrifying it would be there, and that there would just be like robbers on every single subway just waiting to like take me. And that was my like New York mind until I went there, and then I wasn't scared, and New York was amazing. And that's kind of how I think my Puerto Rico experience, it's like, oh, it's been great. So don't let the things in your head hold you back from like what actually is truth and what is actually real. So because you might miss out on the very best thing that has ever happened to you. So how did I do my messy bun? Oh, I just threw it up. I could try. Do you guys? It's really messy. Like the messier, the better. Yes, fear is a liar. So in case anybody else needed to hear that today, like most of the things that, most of the things you're worried about actually, for the most part, are just things we make up in our mind. Okay, I'll try it, but I just have a scrunchie. I'll try and show you. Sometimes, so I really don't even watch much of what I'm doing. I take it, I have a scrunchie in my hand, I just messy put it up. I don't even have it like nice and smooth everywhere. And then I kind of twist my hair around, and I just like will twist it all over and floof it up. And it's just where your hand kind of, wherever it grabs it grabs like a chunk of your hair, and then you just wrap it around the bottom, and then see, my hair's just like a big ball of mess. And then I just take it and I will just floof it all over. And then any of these strings, I will tuck them whatever direction I feel like they probably should go to not be crazy. And you could also do bobby pins if you have bobby pins. You can, I mean, pretty much the messier the better. And then I just take these little like pieces that are ugly, and I just shove them. I just shove so much. And throughout the day, I kind of will I just keep fluffing and shoving. This is the fluff and shove. And that's kind of, if you look close, it's probably not even really that pretty. It's just shoved around. You're supposed to move to Arizona next month. You're so fearful of the heat and the monsoons. Full-time RV, you're gonna do great, Vicki. It's gonna be great. I hope that your trip to Arizona is like the best experience of your life. And then use wisdom, right? If there's a hurricane here, I plan to fly. I plan to take all my little children and fly, and I'm gonna watch storms, and I am going to use wisdom of when it's safe to stay and when it isn't. I'm gonna go explore and have fun and be safe, but I don't want to let fear hold me back from all kinds of great things in my life. So anyways, if you try the fluff and shove hairstyle, oh, don't forget, this is the part that makes it like really beautiful. Take your fingers and lightly like pull it down like this, and then that just makes it look like, huh, didn't try too hard, and it's not slicked back. And that's it. All right, you guys, if you have questions about anything, send me a message. toothpaste on, or not toothpaste, I have lipstick on my teeth. I'm gonna go get added to the insurance and I'm gonna be just driving all over this island. If you need links for anything, drop the word me below. Don't forget to use the code SECRET if you shop Ophir so you get the best savings. And I hope you have a great day. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye guys.